Tom Taylor and Sian Tormey unleash the Revolutionaries as Superman and Jay unite the team to take the fight to Henry Bendix and free the people of Gamorra from his iron grip. Tom Taylor begins the final act of his Rising storyline with an action-packed issue that finally gets the heroes on the offensive and takes the fight to Henry Bendix. The issue really kept the story moving fast, especially after last issue revealed what Bendix was planning on doing, so for the book to act on it straight away in the next issue and not draw out the plot for another 4 or 5 issues was fantastic. The Revolutionaries making a comeback was great and also expected, as Wink and the Heir were part of the book already, and it's also continuing their story from Taylor's Suicide Squad book. Taylor is sure as well to give the anti-heroes the quote-unquote talk with Superman and his no-kill rule, imparting some of the classic Superman attitude towards killing, and also a great bit from Robin about how just being around Superman makes you want to do better and be a better person, something which I'm sure we'll see the Revolutionaries act on next issue. The end reveal, while really quite obvious, was a great signpost for Bendix's villainy. Nothing is off the table for him, and I like that when a villain is actually doing something vile or evil, since nowadays a lot of villains never really feel like they're doing something truly evil. It's always kind of that cartoonish evil where it could be construed as not really that evil. But him turning the mother of Jay Nakamura into a monster to kill her only son is just plain evil, and it's great, and I'm looking forward to seeing the confrontation between those two characters next issue. Sian Tormey returns to the book to paint the beginning of the final act, giving everything a fantastic colour and moves at a great pace as well. The issue also had a great focus on the colour blue, with lots of light shades of the colour taking over every page, and even most of Jay's new costume as Gossamer is mainly blue, with Superman's bright red contrasting against it, as well as the backgrounds really well. Superman, Son of Kal-El issue 14 kicked off the beginning of the big finale for the book's current arc, getting right back into the thick of it with great action and great stakes for characters to contend with. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. Superman, Son of Kal-El issue 14 sees Lois Lane reporting for the truth, telling the watching people about the Senator's transformation into a monster to attack Superman, also revealing that said Senator was being used to propose a weapons deal between America and the nation of Gamorra, weapons which are actually people who have been kidnapped and unwillingly given powers to be sold off to the highest bidder. Lois says that they're going to be releasing a list of bidders involved as well as records for financial transactions between governments. Bendix orders Skywatch to be activated, having his satellite installation brought online above Earth and Gamorra's shield brought online as well. The dome shield engulfs the city as Henry demands his forces spread out across the island but do nothing, since they hold the biggest weapons and the demand will still be there when they deal with whatever resistance comes. The resistance is actually the Revolutionaries, who are assembled by Jay, who knows they don't have to do this. TNT knows her, Heir, and Wink were taken and turned into posthumans by Bendix. Wink tells Superman and Jay they won't be talked out of this, wanting to make Bendix pay in creative ways. Superman knows this isn't about punishing Bendix for what he did to them, and Jay agrees, knowing the people of the island are slaving in factories and being forced to create a superhuman army, all for one man's ambition for control. He knows this is about toppling a tyrant and freeing a country. Ozita asks why they are needed when they have Superman, who is faster than Bendix, so Jay tells her that's because Bendix would have thought of that, and if he didn't, Lex Luthor would have. John tells the group that they don't know the defenses Bendix has, and he won't hesitate to hurt the people on the island, and there's even a shield over the city. Chaos Kitten thinks that he could just smash right through the shield, but John tells her they don't even know what it's made of, and hitting it could endanger the whole country, and they also have a giant man filled with kryptonite gas inside the island. The team asks how he knows that, learning Dreamer dreamt it and then showed Superman what would happen. Jay tells the team that he will get the shield down, as Superman makes it clear that no one is going to die or be killed. Ozita thinks that's easy for him to say since he can't be killed, but she will do what she must if a monster attacks her team. Superman tells her that they aren't monsters, they're just innocent people who are being controlled by Henry, and the mission is to save them as much as the nation of Gamorra. Ozita thinks that all wars have casualties, but Superman reminds her that this isn't a war, it's a rescue, and they have to take out the controllers, not those who they control. And if Ozita and her team are not good enough to do that without killing, then they aren't good enough to come with him. Wink is pleased with Superman's burn on Ozita as Thylacine casts doubt on the plan since Superman has already made up his mind about them. Robin appears, knowing that John doesn't prejudge others, saying that he's his best friend and he used to be an assassin. John quickly hugs Damian hard, apologizing since he saw a shocking vision of his death. Damian allows it as Wink asks how he even got aboard the submarine since they are at depth. Robin says that they are fighting alongside Superman and they need to step up and be better since it's just the way he is, and if they can't do it the right way, they will probably find themselves in a jail cell in the blink of an eye. Ozita promises to do her best as Superman and Jay leave for Gamorra, but first they head to the Fortress of Solitude, where John shows Jay a suit from the future, gifting it to him since the enemy knows Jay's truth mask, and they won't know whoever the person who wears this suit is. John also gives him a ring, which Jay jokingly thinks John should be on one knee for, but John is quick to tell him that's a Legion flight ring, but Jay already knew that, taking the ring as John tells him they'll get there faster if they can fly and the villains won't be able to react. Heading for Gamorra, John tells Jay that the shield control is in the main building of the city, but it is heavily guarded. Jay doesn't mind since they won't be able to touch him thanks to his phasing powers, assuring John that he will be fine if he just drops him since this was the idea and they practiced for this. Jay knows that Superman is practically programmed to catch people who are falling, and he's not so good at letting go, but Jay decides to do it for him, phasing out of John's grasp and plummeting towards the shield, phasing right through it. Jay uses his flight ring to head straight for the main building, phasing through the building and straight through a group of guards, who barely have any time to react. Superman watches Jay with his X-ray vision, completely owning the situation as he makes it into the shield control, which is filled with scientists. John asks if he knows what button to press, but Jay doesn't, prompting him to ask a scientist who, after a moment of hesitation, hits a button to disable the shield, telling Jay to destroy Bendix. The shield goes down and Superman speeds into the water below, grabbing the Revolutionary submarine and bringing it up onto the island, launching an attack against the Gamorra core. Dreamer soon gets a vision telling Superman that Jay is going to need him, but he's not going to be invulnerable against this. Superman speeds off to help him, smashing into the building to find Jay waiting. He finds what Jay is looking at, learning from a scientist that it is Prisoner 1, Jay Nakamura's mother, who's been transformed into a monstrous post-human.